America has been taken over by big whatever, and we need to give the power back to the people and just let people eat real stuff again. Welcome back to the show. Be sure to subscribe. Let's get right to it. First topic. So Trump has essentially quadrupled down on this whole Epstein files as just a Democrat hoax thing. You know, Hillary, Obama, and Comey were basically forging files. It's just so wild at this point. Let me know what you think. Do you think what Trump is saying about the hoax is actually real, or do you think he's just wants people to never talk about this thing again and just there's something different at play there? Now, I think it's so wild what he's doing and everything he's saying and fracturing his base and telling people, like, oh, the Republicans, they're morons, blah. I just think it's so wild that he has to be cooking something up behind the scenes. The guy is cooking something up. I mean, at this point, I have to believe that, right? Because I just don't think he's that stupid to really just go out there and keep spouting off the same things if it's just complete bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, or just trying to piss people off and just, no, we're going to lie to the people and say this is it, and just so hopefully they go away and they don't talk about this anymore. I just find that hard to believe, you know? So at this point, I think the guy's got to be cooking something. I mean, you're probably going to get something coming out in the next month or so that like, oh, no, yeah, we actually found something, and yeah, we're releasing it now, and, you know, the FBI was, Comey's FBI was just, you know, they were screwing with all the files, and we finally got the real stuff. Something has to be at play here, because I just find it hard to believe that the guy would pull the wool over everybody's eyes and just be like, no, it doesn't even exist anymore, without something real happening, right? But all right, let's get to the next topic here. So Trump has officially stripped the funding to Gavin Newsom's high-speed train that basically has lost like $30 billion, you know? It's being a Californian myself, I mean, everybody in California had no clue what this even was, or no clue that it was even going on, or had no expectations whatsoever that the thing would ever be finished, right? So it's just like, yeah, of course, if the high-speed train was getting federal funding and it was just getting completely wasted on absolutely nothing with no results, yeah, good for Trump for completely just stripping all the funding, you know? They shouldn't be funding some bullshit train that's going nowhere, like Trump says in his tweet, but yeah, it's just like, Gavin Newsom has made it his mission just to take on the Trump administration. Now, you know, he's probably going to be running for president in 2028. He's going on podcasts trying to look more relatable, you know, doing the whole, oh, I'm running for president. He hasn't said it yet, but he's basically doing that, you know, the I'm getting myself out there to everybody so I can run for president. But yeah, Gavin is just, the guy is just such a clown. Everybody in California knows how much this guy is a clown. And then hopefully the rest of the nation figures out how much they're a clown. But it's just, Californians, I mean, until they start voting red, it's just going to be the same thing in California. Just there's going to be another, you know, complete moron to replace Gavin Newsom and just completely destroy the state. But I believe that California's going red. I just don't see how it can't at this point. If it doesn't, I mean, it's just complete lunacy, right? And it's just reasons like this whole high-speed train that just nothing got done, and just taxpayer money was completely just burned to nothing, right? That's the Gavin Newsom model, and that's what he will take into the presidency if the guy happens to win. So just, people need to know, you don't deal with Gavin Newsom ever again. The guy should basically have no political career after what he's done to California. But all right, let's get to the next topic here. So Shane Gillis has triggered a bunch of libs for a Caitlin Clark joke he made about, you know, the Waffle House and black people. Go ahead, roll the clip.
When Caitlin Clark retires from the WNBA, she's going to work at a Waffle House so she can continue doing what she loves most, fist fighting black women.
Yeah, first of all, that's a great joke, let's be honest. But isn't it great to see that comedy might officially be back? Can we announce that comedy is back? You know, because back in 2020, the past 4 years or so, I mean, if somebody would have gone out and made a joke like that, they would have been canceled, forced to apologize, and pretty much they would have no career, right? It's just because, oh my God, that's such a racist joke. How could you insinuate that? That's so racist, you know, and then you basically have no career after that, right? So there was this whole attack on comedy, like you can't even be funny anymore and blah, blah, blah. Any sort of, woke joke or a joke that was going against anything woke is like, oh my God, you can't say that anymore. And they just completely ruined comedy for a couple years, and probably a good 5 years at least. I mean, they've still ruined movies. I don't think, maybe movies might be able to survive the whole woke, disaster that was the last 4 years, and pretty much longer than that. I mean, probably, good like 10 years, honestly, because it was just progressively getting worse with the wokeness. But, I mean, it's a hilarious joke that the guy did at the ESPYs, which nobody cares about the ESPYs, right? I mean, if you put out Shane Gillis and and you let him host the damn thing, of course he's going to be doing jokes like this that are going to probably be offending people, right? And that's what should be happening, because you're offending people in the name of comedy. And when it's in the name of comedy, it's okay, right? As long as it's not too just blatantly like, I'm just trying to get one over on these people and just completely ruin these people, If it's all in good fun, folks, who cares, right? Who really cares? And if you got a problem with it, then that's just on you. You can't handle a joke, right? See, we were getting to the point where if people weren't able to handle jokes and they were making it so that you can't even tell a joke because you might hurt somebody's feelings. We should never be living in a society where you can't do something or say something because you might hurt somebody's feelings. It's probably just a weak-minded individual anyways, right? That's what really was going on. That was what was causing the demise of, comedy and the takedown of comedy, was just weak-minded individuals and people, bowing down to weak-minded individuals. And why would we ever do that, right? This is America. We're the greatest country in the world. We rise to the occasion and we celebrate people who do great things, not people who are just afraid and, are just terrified to say anything or do anything. It's just, no, we don't celebrate those people and we don't cater to those people, all right? But all right, let's get to the next topic here. So Trump claims he's getting Coca-Cola to use cane sugar in the United States. And I mean, why haven't we been doing this, for the past God knows how many years, right? It's just like, of course, I'm sure America was sold down the river for Coke so they could use some sort of weird, corn syrup just to basically kill the people much faster and make everybody fatter, Because everybody says, oh, you gotta have a Mexican Coke. The Mexican Coke, they use real cane sugar. They're just so much better. It's like, I've had a couple Mexican Cokes before. I mean, they're fine. And I wonder if this is a thing, again, for Trump to just piss off all the Latinos, like, oh, now you're getting the good Coke too? Jesus God, geez, man, what, you gotta do take everything from us? It could be one of those situations where Trump's just trying to stick it to the Latinos, like, you don't get the great Coca-Cola anymore, we're get the great Coca-Cola too, so I wouldn't put it past the guy, but honestly, it's about time that we just start getting the real stuff rather than all the weird corn syrups and dyes and, fake sugars. Nobody wants fake sugars, I get the people love their Splenda or whatever the hell it is these days, whatever they're calling the fake stuff, but yeah, it's about time that we actually get real crap here in America, real food and real drinks and whatever. I mean, we've been sold down the river long enough by all the, the bureaucrats and just, big pharma, big sugar, big whatever. America has been taken over by big whatever, and we need to give the power back to the people and just let people eat real stuff again or drink real stuff, whatever, right? As long as it's real, that's all we care about. We don't want the fake crap, and we've been getting a lot of the fake crap lately. But all right, that's it for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and we'll be seeing you.